Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. I hope that it has been amazing so far. Well, it's just like the second day, as at the time of recording, so I don't know. Maybe it's too soon to talk about 2025 being amazing, but at least I know what 2024 was all about. And yeah, look at my notes. So I'm just going to be taking them one by one. I think one of the one of the events that shook us all in Nigeria in 2024 was the removal of subsidy and how inflation just kept rising. Like the prices of things went ballistic. And the annoying thing was that things like food stuff, commodities, all manner of, household items, just talk about anything that is consumable or necessary, like the necessities of life were so expensive and they just kept on climbing up in prices. Like it was crazy. Oh my goodness. I think that's something that happened in 2024 that I'm praying to God that it does not take place again in 2025 because things are already expensive as it is. They should just have pity on us. I beg. What else? What else happened in 2024? Now I'll go to a personal thing. I saw Shige. In 2024, like like January, like from January to February, I shared a little bit of that on my Instagram. 2024 was that year that my capacity was stretched. I didn't really have time to take a breather. A lot was happening at the same time. In January, I lost my father, and immediately, um, guys, it's not easy to bury somebody. It's not easy. Quite a, it was quite an interesting time. The events that led to his passing and even the aftermath of it, it showed me another side of life, another side to people, and it was quite revealing. It was quite revealing how human nature and things like that. People will promise to help you out with stuff, but they end up not doing that. Thankfully, we already made up our minds that we're going to do the best that we can for ourselves. We're not going to depend on anybody to do anything for us. And if anyone wants to help out, then we will be grateful for it, right? It's not something that we would be entitled to or anything like that. And so that was something that happened in 2024 for me. That was the me 24 that year. Moving on from that, in 2024, the national grid collapsed a couple of times. I don't want to give a number to it so that I don't end up, slandering the Ministry of Power, but it was quite a number of times, especially towards the end of the year. I remember doing one video for my Instagram about how that in Nigeria there's always interrupted power supply. To think that the situation has not changed for such a long time. I am almost 30 and we still don't have constant power supply. That is really sad. I hope that those things change in 2025. There were lots of stories about church earth in 2024. Like, my goodness, it was everywhere. I don't know if the reason why it seems like that for me is because the algorithm kept suggesting such videos to me because it was listening to what I was saying and, kept on bringing those stories my way. But even when I shared about it publicly on my Instagram, people confirmed. I think that's the video that even has the most watches. Is that the right English? Anyways, that's the video that had like the most views and comments so far. A lot of people, I'm exaggerating, a good number of people reacted to it and they were like, yeah, that is so true. They had a lot of stories about church earth and things like that. To think that when I was coming into 2024, I just had a feeling that such a thing was going to happen, and it did. It was a year that if you do not know what it meant to be a Christian or what your hope, is resting upon, you would be shaken because There were stories that came out about respected figures in the Christian faith that were not flattering at all. And yeah, 2012 was that year in that sense. 2024, my eyes was just open to the fact that there's something happening in the church, and that is the rise of celebrity pastors. In 2024, a lot of pastors adopted an online ministry. They have YouTube channels. They were just very digitally present. And I know that the reason for that is, to influence, because we live in that age. People are, look at me, I've always had a mind, to come up here, but it just happened in 2025. But a lot of pastors, adopted online ministry in 2025, and it was a lot, excerpts, videos. At a point in time, I was worried about spiritual information overload. At a point in time, I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to watch any of these things. I'm just going to focus on my personal relationship with God and go to church. So it was that good. I don't want to say bad because that has also benefited a lot of people. And then there were also times when this celebrity pastor thing became an issue. There was a particular time when a church was castigated for sharing a particular video, and it just got me thinking about the whole thing. Like, is it congruent with the word of God? Can we say that the apostles were celebrities in their own right? Do pastors need to be famous for the gospel to spread? Those are questions that I asked myself, and it got me reading about fame and all of those things. I hope to share more on that in the coming days. My findings and things like that, just to hear what you guys, think about it. But that's something that was um, a highlight, or should I say that top of mind for me in 2024, how that we now have this phenomenon called celebrity pastor. And I'm using that as a broad term. It's still something that I'm going to still define later. But yeah, let's just see how 25 pans out. Maybe that's something that I'll talk about, and we can share our thoughts and recommendations and things like that. Okay, let me go personal with this one. Um, in 2024, I received a lot of help from people, from unexpected quarters. Like, people were just so helpful. They were just so helpful, and in a way, it made me glad that we have people that are not just selfish. Because in this day and age, it just feels like we're more selfish than ever. Lovers of ourselves, um, not lovers of God. Um, Everybody is just about their personal gain and all that, and to just have people help you out without asking for anything in return. Although there were some people that expected something in return, but still, I'm still grateful for the help. So that's something that I'm very like. When I remember 2024, that's something that I am going to, hold on to. Older woman, younger guy relationship movies. What is going on? Like, what's happening now? First of all, it was the foreign movies, the idea of you. I think there are a couple of them, Sha. What is it? It was as if no, they wanted to just ram it down our throats that it is okay for a woman that is 15 years older than a guy to date, to marry, to be together. Okay, all right. It's so it was too much. What is it? And then when the foreign movies were done, Nigerian movie producers picked it up. The one that even like that was very weird for me was this particular movie by Royal Arts where um, a woman fell in love with her son's friend. So they now balanced it out with another story of a 39-year-old woman falling in love with a 28-year-old guy, like a 10-year difference. But that one where the woman fell in love with her son's friend, like, make it make sense. Cause it didn't make any sense to me. It did not make sense to me. But that's what 2024 brought our way. It is well. Very glad for 2024. It's a year that I will never forget. I was talking to my oldest brother, and we're like, 2024, it's a year we will never forget. I mean, for obvious reasons. Just a lot. In fact, I plan to write like 12 stories, um, just to document the things that happened, because it changed my life in different ways. It was a new chapter for me, and a lot of loose ends were tied up, and I'm just glad about how it went. I'm thankful for the trials, I'm thankful for the mistakes, the victories, the lessons, and things like that. I'm looking forward to an amazing 2025. There's no year that, doesn't have its ups and downs, but it's my prayer that each and every one of us will have a great year. We'll have a great 2025. For me personally, I know it will be a year of prophecy fulfilled. It will be a year where I put my, how do I say it now? It will be a year where I set my priorities straight. No more dilly dallying and focusing on things that do not matter, but making sure that I am doing the right things at the right time. I'm going to be studying and praying a lot this year. Hopefully, I'm going to be having like meetings with friends where we just talk and share. Basically, I'm just looking forward to growth this year. I'm looking for 25 being a year of purpose, priorities, doing great at my job. As an entertainment lawyer, I hope to learn more and be of value to my employer and to the people that I serve. I hope to be of service to people, and I hope to enjoy my life. Very important to enjoy my life, of course, within the right boundaries. And that said, I wish you guys a happy new year, a beautiful 2025. Let me know, what will you be doing in 2025? What are your hopes and dreams for 2025? Please share. And like this video. This thing is new for me. Me too, I'm now saying like the video, share, comment. Please do all of those things and subscribe. Don't forget, whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that it makes sense. Okay? Alright. Bye, yeah.